Clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I hear babies cry.
That's coming into view straight ahead. It's a great big metropolis of Hilo. Believe it or not, Hilo's still the third largest city in the state of Hawaii. So anybody that's been to Oahu or seen, Hawaii 5-0 and all that, you have over on Oahu, you have Honolulu and Pearl City, number one, number two biggest cities in the state of Hawaii. Huge difference between those two and a little bitty Hilo here.
Someday I wish upon a star. Wake up where the clouds are far behind.
It's only about 48,000 people here in Hilo. You can still go from one side of town to the other in 25-30 minutes. It's big enough for one Walmart, one Target, and a little mall, It's a cool little town. A lot of individual shops, and I like that. However, it's also considered the rainiest city in the United States, so it gets 120 to 130 inches of rain. That's not what makes us the rainiest. That puts us in the top 8 for the volume of water that we receive. But what makes us the rainiest is the frequency of rain. 275 days a year with rain. So this is a very typical day for us. Just kind of bands of showers come through, and then a little bit of sunshine, then more rain. First 3 weeks that I lived here in Hilo, I thought, what have I moved into? It rained nonstop for 3 weeks. I thought, man, where am I at? I had no idea there was even a place existed in the world like that. So, however, it's all how you perceive it. And then things cleared up, and it just kind of comes and goes. But it's how do you perceive things. If you look around everything, you see every imaginable shade of green. It's absolutely beautiful here. I love living in Hilo. And then also, all the rain contributes to our waterfalls. You guys will see some amazing waterfalls up here. We don't have reservoirs upstream. All the water that comes out of the rivers are just rain runoff. So
I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short.
Darshan, Mandy, Tulsi, and Allie, you guys want to go to college here in Hilo? You see all right in the center of town right there. Got those red roofs. That's the University of Hawaii's Hilo campus. Got an incredible astronomy department, geology, and marine biology. And you see the rock wall that goes around the bay there. That was completed in 1929. It doesn't really do much except break up waves, but everybody's interested in paddle boards, and that's a really cool place. A lot of times late in the afternoon, most of the school kid age, they have traditional Hawaiian canoe races out there. So they get out and practice and do those. That's kind of a cool thing to watch.
I guess what I'm saying is that
we have had 2 tsunamis that have came into play in recent history. One in 1946, there was an earthquake in the Aleutian Islands of Alaska, created a tsunami. 4.5 hours later, that came to the Big Island, which is amazing to me. And the tallest wave was 45 feet tall when it came into Hilo Bay, so almost 5 stories tall. And 159 people perished. Now, keep in mind, Hilo was very small at that time. 159 people perished during that tsunami. Again, in 1960, we had a second one that came into play, and there was 61 people perished. That one came from Chile. So if you're right around Hilo Bay, you'll see a lot of green area right there left as a park, as a tribute. Now, most people coming from Kona, did you guys come across Saddle Road 200 right through the middle? No? Okay. If you head back over that way, it's a really unusual ride. Especially one of the coolest things, if you go over that way back to Kona, buy a bag of potato chips and put on the dash of your car. Buy a small bag of potato chips, put it on the dash of the car, and just watch what it does as you go over across the mountain. It's kind of a cool little thing. Yeah, it's kind of neat. So as we go across that road, we're kind of leaving Mauna Loa behind. Mauna Kea is right in front of us. Mauna Kea is the one that has the telescopes on top. So it's one of the best places in the world to view the stars. And this cloud layer where it's at, it's pretty common. We get about 200 to 240 inches of rain right there. Yeah, Mauna Kea, did you guys hear we had snow on it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, so we get snow. Mauna Kea translates into White Mountain for that reason. Mauna Kea, like I said, last erupted 4,000 years ago, so the Wailuka River we're coming up on, guys. The riverbed itself was part of that lava flow from 4,000 years ago. And then again, all the rain, or all the water in the river, that's all part of that rain runoff from just the 200 to 240 inches of rain that we have up slope. So Wailuka River translates into River of Destruction simply because of the flash flooding that it can receive. It's the longest river in the state of Hawaii, a little over 28 miles long. These are all on private property right here. People do come up here and swim. I've been up here for work research, yeah. That middle waterfall there is 145 feet tall. They don't seem like they really enforce the trespassing very much, but it's not an easy hike to get up here, and the water is incredibly cold, even in Hawaii it is. But the most people I've ever seen when I've been up here is 5 people, you know, so that's kind of nice to have waterfalls like that, you know, to yourself. See those, Alan? Pretty, huh? Has everybody had a chance to see sea turtles since you've been here? Yep. So, hey, you saw some? There's some beautiful little black sand beach about 10 minutes from the airport right there called Richardson's Beach Park. Late in the afternoon if the tide's out. I see them there every day. So if anybody wants to see some more, it's a cool little spot. Hey guys, I've got like 2 extra minutes. You guys care if I take you upstream and show you a couple of additional waterfalls? I'll just kind of bring one on the left, one on the right. These are definitely the biggest ones, but there's some really cool waterfalls up through here, and it's rare that I get up through here, so I either run out of time, or the water, or the rain so coming down so hard that you can't see. Manfred and Allie, and we'll bring one up here. It's coming out of the pasture right here. Beautiful little waterfall, comes right out of the fields. I always like that one. Then I think my next work research project, there's one right here below us, but my next one right there is coming in right here. There's a little 60-foot waterfall with a little lagoon right there. Never seen another person at that waterfall, so it looks like to me a nice little place to spend an afternoon. And Manfred and Allie, if you look straight down, you're going to see one right here to the left, but as soon as we get over the top, you'll see a second one. And then guys, right here in this middle prong, I'm going to bring it on both sides. This used to be a lava tube at one time, so right below this waterfall, you're going to see a circle with a waterfall coming right out of it. This was a lava tube at one time, and over the past 4,000 years, everything's eroded except for that one section. That circle with the waterfall coming out of it. I'll bring it back around to the left, but first I want to show you my favorite waterfall up here. Probably more excited to see it than you guys are. I only get up here like twice a month, maybe 3 times most, so it's an awesome little waterfall. I'll bring it in on my right first. Now these waterfalls don't have names, there's just so many of them here. They don't even have names. Today we'll call it Birthday Falls. How about that? Yeah? swing it back around to the left from this alley. So what about it, guys? Everybody had a good time? Guys enjoyed your play?
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. So beautiful here on the Big Island. It's just incredible. You think about seeing volcanoes, lava, rainforest, and then the waterfalls too. We'll bring that little circle waterfall up here on the left. Tell them I want to talk to air traffic control, see if they want to let us go right across the bay. Sometimes if they're not busy, they'll let me come right across the water. But we'll have the microphones turned off, but I'll still be able to point out a couple of things if they're not too busy. And Allie, if you look right down right here, man, see that circle right there? We'll call that one Chicken Nugget Falls, okay? But guys, if they do let me go across the bay again, I will have to turn the microphones off here shortly. But I do want to be able to point out some things if they're not busy. As first and foremost, thank you guys. It means a lot to me. Keep me out of that UPS truck. Lets me continue living my dream. And it means a lot to me. I'm truly blessed in many ways to get to do what I do. So if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do it for sure. So it does mean a lot to me. Once we land, guys, if you don't mind, just kind of sit tight, and I'll turn the microphones back on and be able to talk some more if you guys have some more questions once we're down. And then just kind of sit tight, allow the door crew to open up and close the doors for you guys. I always ask that you don't wait on each other right there by the door. I always go back out to the front of the helicopter, the little white safety box right there. They just don't want you underneath the rotor blades any longer than you have to be. And there's the only reason for that. But once you're in that little white safety box, feel free to take some pictures. And then also, if you'd like to ask the door crew to take pictures, they're always happy to do that as a group picture. I'll throw up the Shaka sign for you guys. You guys have been more than cool. And it means a lot to me. And then once you get inside, a couple places, things, check out your video. You know, it usually turns out pretty cool. And also, a couple places to leave comments and reviews. So if you guys, if there's anything that, from your point of view, that I could do better, I want to hear about that. Please, you know, again, I'm blessed to get to do this, and I want to always make it as good as I can and share that aloha with the next crew. So if anything I can do better from your point of view, please let me know that. Also, if you had a good time, want to leave a comment or a review, those mean a lot to me. So, you know, they definitely mean a lot to me.